Hi everybody, my name is Angela Salcido. I am a global health scientist and a university teacher, and welcome to my channel and my first ever video on this channel. It is so weird saying that because making my YouTube channel and let alone posting my first video on it has been something that I wanted to do for so many years. Just been a little bit scared, but wow, I cannot believe it. Welcome to my video. I wanted to make a YouTube channel that really highlights different aspects of getting into the field of science and medicine, and really providing some sort of platform to give people a bit of insight about that sort of area of the field. If that is something that interests you, please subscribe to my channel. Something that I really noticed on all my social media platforms was that a lot of my followers were very interested in what I did for a job and all the different things that I do on a daily basis. What I do for work: I teach at the university level. I teach the different units that sit under the health and biomedicine umbrella, and I specialize in specific disciplines like anatomy, physiology, pathophysiology, which is the study of disease, public health. So I have a public health background, diet, nutrition, dermal studies, beauty therapies, you name it, I teach it. To protect the population against the global pandemic and the virus, so we are forced to kind of shut down the campuses at the moment and teach all the content online. So students are learning in the comfort of their own home, and staff members like myself teach at home as well at the moment. So I'm working from home. This video will be talking about my morning routine and showing you guys what I do in the mornings to get ready to teach my online classes throughout the day. So one thing that I like to teach my students on their first day of learning about the human body is that it is one of the most powerful biomechanical machines on the planet. It functions to always undergo its processes with maximum efficiency, minimal amount of effort. And when I first learnt about this as a student and now have taught this, I really wanted to apply that sort of mindset or that sort of law into my everyday life. So my morning routine is very efficient, very quick, and very realistic for someone like me and the demands of my job and my lifestyle. So for me, it only takes about an hour in the morning to get ready, all the way from waking up, eating breakfast, hair, makeup, whatever, because I do a lot of the stressful stuff and preparing for my classes, answering emails, doing all those things. I do all of that either the night before, a couple of days before, or maybe even weeks before, depending on what I'm doing. I leave the mornings dedicated to just getting in the zone and making sure that I am ready for whatever the day throws at me. Just a disclaimer that whatever habits and mindsets and things that I do in my morning routine in this video, you'll find that it is a little bit different from a lot of the other videos that you might see on YouTube, just because my lifestyle is very different. So I've been doing this for nearly 10 years. So next year will be my 10-year anniversary. I've been doing it for a very long time. And a lot of the habits and things that I've put in place in the morning are things that I have been doing for many years or many months. So, and you know, not things that I'm doing just for the sake of a YouTube video. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to know a little bit more about what I do on a daily basis, make sure you watch till the end, because I do talk about that a lot more. Enjoy. The first thing I do is get all that natural light into my room and make sure my window is open. Our homes can actually be up to 5 times more dirtier in terms of air pollution compared to the outside. So I like to make sure that stagnant air and energy is out of my room first thing in the morning. I'll then turn off all my alarms in the morning. It would be extremely unprofessional of me to be late for a class, and if I'm not there, classes can't run. To kickstart my metabolism and digestion, I just make sure to drink lots of water in the morning. And the first task I'll do is to make sure my bed is made. As well as a healthy outlet to take out my frustrations, a made bed really does provide me with that sense of accomplishment in the morning. And once that's done, it's breakfast time. When I was still traveling to work, I was intermittent fasting, and I would actually make a smoothie in the morning, pop it in a takeaway mug and drink it on my drive to work. Was it convenient? Yes. Was it productive? No. Because my job is really mentally demanding and there were days where my schedule hardly had any breaks in between, I'd get really hungry after half an hour of eating breakfast and it just was not for me. A good coffee, toast, and fresh avocado on top is a typical breakfast for me now. The only supplements I'm taking at the moment are fish oil tablets. Avocados and fish oil are naturally high in omega-3 fatty acids and are really good as a neuroprotective factor for the brain and nervous system. I'm currently brain training at the moment because in the next few months I am writing a scientific paper and have got a lot of really important projects coming up that really require my mental acuity to be at its physical peak. I bring my breakfast upstairs into my office and I turn on my laptop and watch a TED Talk while I eat. I've made it a habit not to do any work while I'm eating any meals, simply because when we get stressed out, our body actually inhibits digestion. I just use this time to relax and unwind. I absolutely love TED Talks, and the one that I was currently watching in this video was about imposter syndrome, a topic that's really close to my heart. So if you guys want to watch that for yourself, I'll link it in the description below. The only social media platform I'm on at the moment is Instagram, so I also use this time to kind of have a scroll through. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram, I'll link my account below. I definitely understand why social media platforms are a big no-no in a morning routine in terms of productivity, but I personally believe it comes down to your level of discipline and what you're actually using the platforms for. I'm very protective over my energy and very careful about what I'm consuming in terms of my mental health. For example, a lot of the hashtags I'm following at the moment on Instagram are all to do with generational trauma. I'm absolutely obsessed with that topic, and you'll find that half of the people that I'm following on Instagram are actually clinical psychologists that specialize in that sort of stuff. Ideally, I'm only following people in my close circle, as well as any accounts that are inspiring me or educating me. All I'm saying is that social media platforms are a really powerful source of information as long as you are taking care of your consumption and you are not following anything that doesn't serve you. So once I've finished eating breakfast, I'll head to the bathroom, put on some music and start getting ready for my day. For me, a good R&B song always gets me in a good vibe in the morning. Comment down below and let me know what you guys are listening to at the moment. I'll have a shower, wash my face, brush my teeth, and then move on to a very dramatic skincare routine. I wasn't lying when I said it was dramatic. So lighting candles in the morning was a little experiment that I've been doing for a while now to see if it helps trigger my memory. Sense of smell is really powerful in triggering long-term memories because they are both located in the same brain centers. And so this candle smells like vanilla, and I just light the candle whenever I am going over information just to see if my memory improves because of it. I'm still collating the data and I'll let you guys know how that goes. Because, you know, social experiments is what normal people do during quarantine. Also, I'll have all the information about everything I'm using for my face in the description box below if you're interested. Now, if you see me look in another direction apart from the camera while I'm doing my hair and makeup, it's because I've got another TED Talk in the background that I'm actually watching while I'm doing this, which is why you'll probably see me turn around, stop for a bit, and then come back again. Also, don't be coming for my eyebrows. As you guys know, with COVID-19, there was no one available to wax them like they usually do, so I've been doing them at home. Probably why I look half surprised in most of the video. I always try to make sure that my hair, makeup and the way I dress always looks well put together. You may have noticed that I look a little bit younger than your average teaching professor at a university, so do experience age bias, but to counteract that problem, I like to make sure that my physical aesthetic matches my work ethic by keeping it professional, keeping it simple, keeping it straight to the point. Now, this hairstyle was actually inspired by an episode on Animal Planet about birds and nesting. I really just wanted to go for that bird's nest vibe, you feel me? I'm just totally kidding. Having your hair up keeps it professional, but for me it was something that I got used to because there were some days where I'd be working in a lab doing experiments and it was part of the safety protocol to have hair off your face. So I'll have my clothes all laid out the night before to avoid decision fatigue in the morning and wasting time. I'll add some accessories. These earrings were bought for me for my birthday from Fiji. They're Fijian pearls. A lot of my stuff is actually from my travels, so if you guys ever want to see a video on just a travel haul of all the things I've collected while I've been overseas, let me know. I know all this effort seems a little bit excessive seeing as I am teaching from home. However, this is how I actually dress when I'm actually on campus going to a physical class. So I still dress the same even though I am at home just to maintain that work momentum. Now that I'm ready, I have about half an hour to 45 minutes before my first class starts. The first thing I do is check my internet connection to make sure that it's working. If it doesn't work, half an hour to 45 minutes gives me time to actually drive to campus and use the facilities there. I try not to do that because of COVID-19, but something that I do just in case anything happens. I'll check my schedules and my to-do list just to make sure I know what classes I'm teaching for the day, as well as if I've got any meetings or anything important that I need to address after work. To boost mental clarity and to calm my mind down, I like to meditate for 5 minutes before the classes start. I also pray to the universe that I don't get any technical issues that I need to deal with throughout the day. Less distractions, the less interference for students learning. One thing this job has taught me is that you can't control anything that happens throughout the day, but you definitely can be prepared for it and take action to kind of minimize the damage that it does. So I just try and get organized to make sure if anything does happen, I'm ready to deal with it. So this is what my workspace looks like. I have 2 screens that run at the same time. My laptop is to launch my Zoom sessions while my iPad is there for looking at lecture notes or attendance lists or anything else I need on the side. I have my coffee, water, and make sure everything is ready to go. On this day, I was actually teaching anatomy and physiology in the morning with a specific focus on the cardiovascular system. I'm also a learning designer as well. So this is an example of something that I designed for the students to learn scientific content in a more fun and hands-on manner, and a project I've been working on with an amazing teaching team for many years who have the same vision of learning as I do. So my Zoom session is now about to commence, and I'll log into my session 10 minutes early to speak to any students. And there you have it, my morning routine. Thank you so much for reaching all the way to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got a bit of an insight of who I am and what I do every day. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please leave a comment down below. Say hello, let me know who you are. If there is something that you want to see next, always open to suggestions as well. Thank you so much, guys. Mwah. Hey everybody, my name is Angela and I am a... Ooh, didn't say my surname. Is that on? Oh, hey there. How's it going? So, why you gotta be in my video for? Oh my god.
Follow me on TikTok.
Please. At least you're wearing pants. Oh my goodness. He doesn't wear pants. Hey everybody, my name is Angela Salcido. I am a global health scientist and a university teacher. That I do in the morning to prepare for a class that I teach. So I'm so bad at this, what the hell?